Good morning. Welcome to another Chop City video. My name is Isaiah. Thank you so much for joining me today. For today's video, I'm going to be jumping into my military experience series where I talk about what the recruitment process is like for the Army, what basic training was like, what AIT is like, as well as what life is like overseas. Right now, I'm going to be starting my duty day and getting ready for a training flight. I'm going to be with my buddy Keach. Once we get back from today's flight, I'm going to put a video clip together of some stuff we did, as well as jump into what the recruitment process was like for me when I joined the Army. With all that said, let's get to it. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. Jumping right into this military experience series, what the recruitment process is like for the Army. What I'm about to explain to you guys now are the 5 steps that I took for my recruitment process joining the Army. Step number 1 is getting in touch with your recruiter. Now, that sounds easier said than done. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of stories of people, getting to a recruitment office, passing the ASVAB, getting the job they want, and shipping off to boot camp. That's super awesome, cool for you, but for me it was a little different. I actually had to shop around a little bit. My father, he was actually a sailor. He was in the Navy for 20 to 22 years, got out as an E7. So initially I was drawn to the Navy. So I drove to the recruitment office plaza. They're usually in like shopping plazas. Went to the Navy recruiter, sat me down, super excited. I was like, hi, my name's Isaiah Hall. Like, I hate my job and I really want to be a part of something bigger. My dad, was a sailor too. Guy was like, oh, okay, cool. What do you do? Da, da, da. Just chopping it up, small talk, stuff like that. But then it got to like, why do you want to join the Navy? And I told him, I was like, well, I'm really interested in computers. I have great leadership skills from, my previous jobs. And he was like, all right. Well, I'm just going to stop you right there because my job as a recruiter is to sell the Navy. I'm not here to get you your dream job. And okay, that makes sense. You need to put people where the Navy needs you. But if I'm going to sign up for however X amount of years in the service, like I don't want to be given a shit job that I'm going to hate. So I stopped the Navy recruiter there, told him thank you for your time, took his card, and I just walked that kind of strip of recruitment offices, and the Army was the only person or the only branch that I really didn't give thought to initially, but kind of was like, it can't be that bad. I didn't even go in the office. All I did was take a brochure and take 2 steps back to my car to leave and go back to my crappy job that I wasn't happy at. And I hear a door open. So the door opens, and I'm still walking to my car, and I hear someone yell at me. It was like, hey, man, hey, you looking for a job? And I turn around, and I was like, yeah. And right there was an E6. Is Staff Sergeant Rodriguez. I'll never forget how he helped me out in this recruitment process. He was like, oh, dude, we got plenty of jobs. Come on in. He was like, all right, well, I can tell you right now, we have hundreds of jobs that fit, your interests and your strengths that you're telling me right now. So right then and there, I was Army. I was sold. All right, moving on to step number 2. And honestly, in my opinion, this is probably one of the most important steps of the process. Step number 2, study. If you get a high score, you get more job offers. And with those job offers, you can pick something that you know you're going to enjoy for your entire military service career. Now, there are people, especially fresh out of high school or taking the recruitment process for the first time, they'll get an okay score, they'll be offered a okay job, and then they get past all their training, get to the big Army or whatever branch service that you're in, and they realize that this job sucks, man. Like, throughout their entire military service career, they resent their job. So something you need to realize, like, just because you join the military and you're getting a for sure check every 1st and 15th, doesn't mean like it's gonna be awesome. Your job could suck, and then when you begin to resent your job, you begin to build poor relationships with your leadership, the people that you work with. Honestly, you become an asshole to anyone. And when I came back to studying for the ASVAB, because I had already done it, I took my time. I went to Barnes & Noble's, got a book. I remember studying for 3 months, reading the book from front to end, taking the practice tests over and over and over, taking the online practice tests over and over and over. And when I got back to taking my second try at the ASVAB, I ended up getting a better score with a bunch of job opportunities. Like, I kid you not, like, whoever it is that goes down the job offers at the recruitment station for you, not your recruitment office, the actual MEPS. I remember it was just like, we spent at least like 20 minutes just like, what's that job do? Well, what's that job do? Well, what's that job do? And you want to be patient. You want to join the Army or the military service already, but you want to be patient with the job that you pick. And the reason why. Moving on to step number 3, workout. All right. So when I say workout, traditional workout like in the gym, stuff like that, that's cool. That's definitely fine if that's your physical fitness routine. When I say workout, specifically, I suggest working out super early in the morning, like wake up at 5, get to a field at like 5:30, stretch, warm up, and perform like basic body weight routines at the field, run, do sprints, stuff like that. The reason why I say that is when you're in basic training, you're not going to be dealing with weights. You're going to be dealing with, body weight exercises and sprints and, kind of long distance running, stuff like that. The reason why I say you should implement that now in your schedule or your current workout routine now is you want to get your body used to, I guess, the rain, the cold, and the heat. Depending on when you go to basic training, that's what you're going to be doing your physical fitness training in. And you want to do well in any environment, and you want to do well and get used to body weight exercises, because that's the standard that you're going to be graded on. And the reason why you want to do good on any physical fitness standardized test is because it shows on your record and it shows that you're maintaining yourself as an individual. All right, moving on to step number 4, MEPS. So MEPS is the Military Entrance Processing Command. Pretty much there's a bunch of recruitment offices in your city's county. Wherever you are being recruited, they'll get your information down, put a packet together, and send you to the MEPS. What the MEPS does is they give you your ASVAB test. They do, your whole, like, I guess, physical fitness analysis. Like, you won't be doing push-ups or anything like that, but they're going to be checking out, like, your body weight, how tall you are, if your ears are good, if your eyes are good, if your nose is good, if you have any prior health conditions that the military needs to be concerned about. Pretty much what the MEPS does is they weed out the people that will potentially get hurt in basic training or will not last throughout their military career, whatever contract they're given. So the MEPS isn't there to tell you you can't join the military. The MEPS is more so there to make sure that you're fit to join and go through, basic training and perform basic MOS tasks, stuff like that. All right, jumping into the last step, which is leaving. Leaving can be very exciting because one, you're done with the MEPS. As soon as you got your job, you got to swear in, put your right hand up, say the oath like we all have. And then two, it kind of like starts to sink in like, oh shit, I'm joining the military. Like I'm shipping off to train to become something better. So it's really, really exciting because you pretty much are just going to spend your last few days as a civilian partying with your family and friends. It can be sad too, just because you realize you're going to be leaving your family and friends. But what happens is once you leave the MEPS, not too long after that, your recruiter will call you and tell you like, hey, you're shipping off to basic training on this day. I'm going to pick you up a couple of days before then. You're going to stay in a hotel. When they drop you off at the hotel, the MEPS will transport you back to the MEPS so that you can get your plane ticket information. You can get a packet that you're going to need to give reception at your basic training, and then they'll transport you back to the hotel. You spend your last night at the hotel, and after that you are dropped off at the airport. If your basic training is like a certain amount of distance from wherever your MEPS is, you actually be driven to basic training, which kind of sucks because no one wants to take a road trip before they go through a sucky 2 to 3 months of training. But that's pretty much it. So that's gonna do it for today's episode. Step number 1 of the recruitment process: reach out to a recruiter. Step number 2, you need to study. Step number 3, prepare your body mentally and physically for working out in basic training. Step number 4, MEPS. It's gonna suck, but you'll get through it. Step number 5, party your ass off. Enjoy your time with your family and friends before you get shipped off to basic training, which will be the next episode of this military experience series. As always, wherever you're watching this show, I hope you guys are staying safe. My name's Isaiah. This is another Chop City video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Been over, then I murder. Call gunner if you want your burger. Oh, baby, you be lying in your verses. I be here and say you buying them purses. I can't even lie, you ain't my type, you ain't even.